you guys make some points? What happened?
Stowe, I made plenty money. But the thing is, me and NQ, we kind of like started talking again. And she took half of the money back.
Yep.
So now I don't know if I want to talk to NQ anymore.
She'll do that. She will do that.
I'm sorry. TTrades is with us
said who?
today. And you know what, Christian, that's my hair and I'm that gray, we're going to have a real problem.
Hey. I'm just here for a good time. I'm getting ready to golf here soon. I got my Nike Dunks here. Hello?
Shy is laughing. I can hear her through the wall. I'm in the studio. What are you looking at coming into today?
Yeah, so let me go ahead and share my chart here. So as you can see, the Bollinger Bands are contracting in, and that means contraction. So the overall structure here is we were sort of creating this wedge here. We are pulling back into that prior day low. If we can hold that, that's ideally the main area of support here. We can bounce back up and continue this possible consolidation that we're building up here. If we move lower in NQ, we can see 840s, 850s, and then lower, of course, the gap low open. For ES, we're back into that 6890 prior day low area. Of course, the Bollinger Bands are contracting here. That's my favorite indicator. If we can bounce from here, then we can continue this consolidation. Acceptance there, we can see the gap low support. Ideally, for me, that would be a great daily higher low here. If we can come back down there, create a reversal, I mean, that's A+. That's sort of the higher time frame structure for the hourly here for my trade plan for the morning. The Bollinger Bands on this time frame are expanding and broadening. So we want to be aware that price is moving, right? And if we can see a failed breakdown here, obviously price has gone down a little bit too low after I created the trade plan. But the main scenario here is, can we come back down here, take out the prior day low, maybe hit 26,000 or just a higher low and then reverse back up? Of course, we do have resistance at that wedge breakdown here, which is around 180 to 200. We'll have to see if that can be reclaimed on a reversal back up. If we fail to reverse from this prior day low, then we can form acceptance down here and then move lower into this 25,000, 850s, 860s. For ES, we are into that, close to that prior day low, possibly a higher low here. We need to see how we react on this bounce back up. Do we create a failed breakdown from this contraction? If we can continue to hold here 6890s, we can reverse back up into 6918, and then from there see if we reject or bounce back up. I think Farm was talking about that level as well, 6915 to 20. Acceptance at prior day low. If price is unable to bounce from that 6890s, then we can move down to that Sunday gap low support, which is scenario 2, and then reverse back up. Again, if we hold that, we can see lower, and we'll just see what we get. But, I want to end off by saying you got to know when to trade big, small, or not at all right, guys?
Oh, man. Well, and he throws in the boomer bands, everybody. I mean, this is a full-fledged, this is epic.
Markets open.
Gold is trying to flush. We've got pretty bad structure gold here. They'll fill it.
See if we come down here and take out prior day low. I did want that short in ES, and look at that go. See, I got to manage my swings as well.
ES is first. Super, super heavy on the ES tape right here at these lows. It's heavier than NQ's tape. I like the candle. So this is going to be everything for me. This down to the 2630s NQ. If they can go through this volume here, it will be the first instance since this entire move up, which does signify some key things. Keyword is if. They have found a bid here twice. We'll see how angry these sellers are. Yes, the fractal. My fractal model. We've got a little bit of this. Bang. Little bit of this. Bang.
See if we can take out prior day low. I'm looking for a reversal there.
All right, Tracy just told us Meta is down 12%. That's something.
Yeah.
Gold is definitely doing something.
What's it doing? I think it's putting a good sort of, not like a low, but
It's a good, yeah, it's a pretty good swing. It's rounded out nicely. A failed sweep under here. Trapped volume. Came back to test it. Still trapped. No one wants to trade back into it. So that's definitely not bearish for me on an intraday time frame. So shorts off the table, seeing that.
here's the hourly. We're in this wedge structure. I have the bull bear zone line in this consolidation around 3991. If we can reclaim that, then I think the buyers are going to take this back to maybe overnight high, London high. But this is sort of finding acceptance at the 50 EMA. Notice how the rejections from this 50 EMA downtrend, lower low, high, lower low, failed to produce a new low here. We instead reclaimed that and pushed up, rejected, created a higher low, lower high. So we're wedging up here. NQ selling off. Let's see what happens into prior day low.
All right, I'm huge buying right now. All right, I'm gonna trail this tighter because 500 lots, over 500 lots just hit the tape 970, trying to lift the offer. If it's gonna go lower, it should not breach that price. It's a good trail spot for me. And if it doesn't go further higher, this guy, I mean, the market's gonna continue to flush. This is 500, over 500 lots. 521 delta. So we are seeing serious buying enter the market. And this is a really extended move. I'm going to be honest with you guys.
I'm going to be looking for a reversal here as we come into the Sunday gap low in ES. But I want to give it some time here.
Looks like gold is going to look to go back to offer. So we're getting we've got a good continuation candle. And this one's turning out to be probably going to close as another continuation candle. I hate that they came out and took my runner out first, but
NQ's heavy.
the tape is super heavy indexes right now.
I need to manage my swings. See what they're doing.
Trailing this tighter. I'm probably going to get out here around 200 points or so. I'll get this a bit more.
All right, so I am looking for a buy here. I would have liked for ES to take out this Sunday gap low. So let's see if we can put in a, where's my drawing tools? A low, lower high, and then take out the low, which is at 68.65, and then set up a reversal down here.
Still trying to get through this 970. Huge buying. Obviously, I hope it fails, but
yeah, let's see how this balance if it gets rejected and if it makes new lows or a potential higher low.
We're getting really nice IB here. Big IB. I would be very shocked if they don't pull a price up on this. This is so much buying. There it is.
I hope we can reject and come back in a little bit more.
All right, we're out of that trade, guys.
I want to buy this, but I don't have my entry here. There's no setup yet. Here's my hourly plan that I shared this morning. I'm focusing on ES because it's stronger right now. RTY is sort of leading. So scenario 2 was that we can lose prior day low, not bounce from 68.90s, come down here to the 68.65, possibly take out that Sunday gap low or create a higher low against it. But now that we're there, I need to wait for my rules to be met in order for me to manage risk on that trade idea. And so far, I think we've, you guys know my approach already. I need a low, a lower high, and then a rejection to then have a lower high in place for an entry long. And so far, it's already had a big bounce. I mean, this is almost this is a 10-point bounce in ES for that lower high. I'd love a new low here.
Looks like they're going for it. The buying is underwater again. So just to note, another reason why you guys always see me mark out structure. I mean, my volume as structure. This is another perfect example coming off of yesterday's example, right? First test into a big liquidity spot. You're going to see that activity that you saw last time. They're always good reference areas. So the question is now, same thing as yesterday. Now that we're back in this range, what's going to happen? Are they going to bid this? If they're not, it's going to travel through the range. And then it's going to be this fill here, and then this will be the next spot. So this will also be very key entering entering this spot here. So
What numbers are those that you're talking about?
so 950. So the current one is 950 to 920.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
The next one's going to be this spot right here. We're going to look, let's get to the edge of the node. So the 25, 550s to the 520s, it's likely going to be really sticky. And then they're going to make their choice through or hold a bid. So right now, yeah, this volume spot is putting in a decent hold. I mean, it's 50 points already.
I can see the buying. I'm not even looking at the DOM at you, but you can see it here in the candle.
They're buying it as if this is the last chance to ever buy the market ever again. That's what they're doing right now. So it's going to lead to one of two things. Either this is going to be the bid that marks the low. If this bid that we're seeing cannot mark the low of day, it's going to be dirty, because it will be evidence that there's so much supply that not even a bid like this can hold it. And if this bid gets underwater, they're going to have to exit. And that exit is going to be like a double barrel selling scenario in the market. So
All right, put in an order. I have to buy this. I mean,
yeah, I mean, and this would be the spot. If they don't hold this spot, it's going to get cooked real bad. Just like yesterday tested volume just like it is doing today, and that marked the low. But it's insane buying right now. So we'll see what they can get from it. They're heading back towards the 9.
yeah, it's moving up without me. I mean, everybody wants to buy this pullback. So now what can we see? Well, since we put in pretty much a failed breakdown, to me, that is the low for the day. So since I look to trade daily candle ranges or expansions, if this is the low of the day, I want to, and potentially a daily higher low, right? I want to look for setups that will allow me to continue to look for higher prices. So if I can find an opportunity and I can enter, then my entry will allow me to essentially be buying the daily pullback here, and then my trade continue to trend for a possible continuation the next day. Of course, we have earnings and it may not work, but you have to think about it like this. If this is a, let me show a SPY here, or I'll show ES here daily. If this is, I mean, this is my daily plan that I share with on Twitter here every day. I shared that if we can pull back to the gap up low, we can bounce back up. So think of it like this. If this is a daily higher high, higher low, then what can we expect next? Another higher high, right? So if I can leverage a 2 or 5 minute entry setup right here, exactly at that low, then I'm risking 5, 10 points in ES to potentially make 20, 30, 40, 50 points over the next day or so. That's what I'm looking to capture. And this is a really good example of how we have a fresh daily uptrend. We put in our higher high here, our first higher high. We've pulled into what could be our first higher low. And from a daily structure, we can continue sideways a bit, but see possibly higher prices. And that's how you can capture, big 200, 500, 600 point winners in NQ. And look at this big reversal here. Now, what I want to see for an entry to align with this is some sort of consolidation or wedge structure above 26, or pretty much above prior day low, which ES is pretty much above it, and then continue to see higher prices. But we've most likely seen the low of the day right there.
Yep, this is we identified this as it's got to be the low or it's going to be really bad. A lot of confirmations, man. From my side, your side,
Yeah.
whatever viewpoint we've got in the market perspective, it was all there. Like, holy shit, man. Insane buying from where it should come from. Super clean.
And you know what, guys? From what I've gathered from helping, traders and sharing what I share, when you're looking at a short like that, for example, I was looking at a short in ES, but a lot of people will say, oh, yes, this can break down and take prior day low, and you short it, right? In certain structures like the one I just described, we're in a daily higher high, higher low pullback. You have to think that this breakdown here is going to lead to a low possibly, but that low here is going to be the daily higher low. So while you're bearish here and you capture this nice move, your bias or your concentration, your focus is going to be on the short side, when in reality, we're coming into an area on a higher time frame that is strong support. And if you're not aware of that and you don't plan for that, your bias and your heavy concentration into the shorts are going to get in the way of you buying that reversal and capturing more, right? Risking 1 to make 5 to make 8 versus risking 1 to make 2, 3 R. I find that a lot of people are focused too much on the breakdown here, but fail to capture a move like this consistently. So if you can capture the reversal or be aware of that larger time frame area that you're coming into, you can over time get better at buying these lows here, even though it looks really bearish. No setup here yet for me, but I mean, this one's higher. Look at that.
I do like this though. I think the market's relaying some good information right now for what could be the rest of the day, and it's just a directional move up. This hold is very significant, and if they can't even access this range that this candle spent almost all of its time on, it's just gonna likely go back through, but we'll see. I mean, they're still making that choice right here. They found a supply that willingly stepped down after the flush, and the question is, do they chew through it or do they just lose steam and we go back lower? Just wait for the information. So it's like, this is the knife fight, right? You don't really want to get in the middle of it. Just wait for the outcome of the knife fight. You'll get a better idea at which direction it's going to give you more edge. Stowe.
Oh, sorry.
Dude,
I was
that-
muted. They snuck me. Good to see you, T. How are you doing?
Good.
I thought I was going to get to stream with XY today. Are you coming on the afternoon?
He got
or-
fired. He got fired. So Ab
him.
texted me in the morning. She was like, emergency. I need you to take over. This guy is out of control. All he does is show up late to every stream and talk about gambling. We need him gone immediately.
You know, I knew that dude's blackjack metaphors were going to get him in the end. I told him, every day we'd get off stream and I'd be like, nobody likes blackjack but you and me. We can't keep talking about this.
Yeah, honestly, better for it.
I had the most emotional morning ever. This was insane. All my charts broke just as I was trying to be as long as humanly possible. It actually wasn't NinjaTrader's fault. I think the white van literally sent an EMP because I was making too much money. But this is a good, valuable lesson. Always have the NinjaTrader mobile app pulled up on your phone so you can GTFO when you need to.
Oh, you had to close out on it?
Yeah, I had to reboot my whole computer, but my stop was still in. So I dragged my stop up and was able to stay positioned. But whew.
Just consolidating today.
Anyways, did you guys make some points? What happened?
Stowe, I made plenty money, but
Good. Okay.
the thing is, me and NQ, we kind of like started talking again, and she took half of the money back.
Yep.
So now I don't know if I want to talk to NQ anymore.
She'll do that. She will do that.
Toxic, right?
I don't.
You know what?
This moves so fast. There's not a chance in hell I could have traded NQ today. Like no chance. No.
Well, you had the same short that I did, right? Just on ES instead.
All right.
Like,
ES held
hopefully-
93. I think if we can get back above 09, 69.10, we can push up higher.
Yep. Same, man. Same.
Where you long from?
I had to get back in. I keep buying this same spot that you have, give or take. I also bought the overnight low a couple times. I've just been working, trying to stay long right in here. But we can't get back in the +1. So it's turning into a very annoying bounce day. And like you said, NQ is much weaker here. And they keep running into a seller that will not lift off. I don't know. Maybe they can get out of here into the Europe close, and that can give us some upwards momentum. I don't
I'm
know.
hoping that we can still get some volatility in the afternoon so that I can fire off some trades before I just don't trade for 2 weeks.
All right. Well, Chris Daly's time is up, guys. I will continue to stay in this long. I'm also in gold, and it's not doing anything. But if we can continue to hold this 90s area, I'll stay in it with Stowe and see if maybe we can get that rally that we're looking for.
Yeah. They got you with the gold thing too? Fair enough.
I'm just getting ready for the competition. It's mine is Monday, and
Oh, that's fair.
That's what he thinks. He's gonna love it. NQ's toxic. Nobody talk to her. Everybody stop talking to her right now. But yeah, me and Chris, we gotta check out now and let fried brain Stowe take over.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of rambling today, so get ready.
Good
Thanks,
luck,
buddies. That was funny. Good morning, chat. So I am long at the moment, right? So I am looking for bid continuation. So that means that I want to see red delta, which is passive bid delta, showing up and being supportive, and then price moving higher away from that. I want to see blue delta getting run over. So when these dudes show up here and price is moving against me, this is the opposite of what I want to see. So this is how I'll take this into consideration when, like, I might get out of this trade. If this bid delta here is not supportive, I'll probably close this because I mean it's 10 points. I'm not trying to pretend like $500 isn't $500. You know what I mean? So what this would mean here, we can narrate this because it hasn't happened yet. So what's happening here is market buys are crossing the spread into resting offer liquidity, which is selling. And these market buys do not have enough strength to get through them, and prices instead moving in the opposite direction. Now, these are market sells here, and they are currently being rewarded with lower prices. So, I mean, you got to give it a second to churn around. Obviously, this isn't like instant, but if this breaks down more, then this is going to be rewarded selling, and this might be, you know, the sign of a pullback. So we're looking at, I mean, remember, we're looking at 10-point rotations. We're looking at tiny increments of the day. So that's how I use delta in the moment to try to figure out what I should be up to. And right now it's telling me maybe I should get out of this. I wish, and I keep looking at NQ like, hey, buddy, you got anything for me? And it's like, nope, sorry, I'm just going to sit here previous day L forever. It has no love. Has no info for me. Paulo, you can see resting orders on a depth of market. Those are not all of the resting liquidity though, so keep that in mind. There was a really good sequence around 6,900 that I guess I'll close below that guy. Yeah, so these sellers currently being rewarded. There was a big iceberg at 6,900, I think, like right here at 1035. If you want to go back and replay a depth of market, you can see that here. And when this dude got filled, so not all resting liquidity is going to show up on the book, because if, you know, large institutions put 10,000 lots all up on a price, you know, they're going to have a target on their back, number one. And number two, that's probably not the most efficient way to execute that. So it might not surprise you that banks and whatever, they have computer programs that execute over the course of X amount of prices in different ways. They also use iceberg orders, which are, we'll get out of here. I still want to hold this 96. I don't know. Hold on. Let me pause that explanation for a second. Let me see where we're at. Okay. 94. I have a really good fill. I'm just going to hold it. I'm just going to chill with this. We'll see what happens. I might add one here too. I like being below that low. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Anyway, so not all resting liquidity is going to show up on the book. The other way to see that is just with your eyes as it executes. And what you'll see is you'll see a bunch of delta appearing quickly out of nowhere. It's not a resting order. That is a computer program that is executing an iceberg order, meaning that an iceberg order comes from, it's called that because the order is bigger below the surface than you think that it is, because you can't see it on the book. So that's also resting liquidity. So I use delta at price to find all of that liquidity, which includes resting liquidity that appears on the book and resting liquidity that does not appear on the book, because this is just going to show me the sum either way of whatever was executed there. How are you, Jim?
I'm pretty good.
What a day, homie. Woo.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some more earnings this afternoon. I think Amazon and Apple maybe.
That's going to be something.
Well,
Man, there's so much range. It's a scalper. That term is a little overused, scalper's paradise, but
yeah.
this is the jam for somebody that likes to grab 10 points every 45 minutes. So I'm gonna be stuck at this desk for a little while.
I gotcha, but you're gonna get it, man. I have high hopes.
Thanks, Jim.
Yeah.
Jim always believes in me, chat, and that brings me great joy.
This presentation is for educational purposes only. All of the symbols, trading ideas, and live trading are for demonstrational purposes and are not recommendations or trading advice. Past performance may not be indicative of future results. All of the information and opinions expressed by third-party guests are their own and are not necessarily those of NinjaTrader, LLC. Trading futures involves substantial risk and may not be suitable for everyone, and trading futures can result in losses greater than the initial required margin. Traders should only trade futures with risk capital. Risk capital is money that you can afford to lose without jeopardizing your financial security or current lifestyle. You can find additional disclosure information on the NinjaTrader website.